So when should you pray? You should pray always. When you're happy, pray. When you're sad, pray. When your billfold's empty, pray. When your billfold's full, pray. When you're sick, we pray. When you're healthy, it's okay to pray then. When you're weary, pray. When you're rested, pray. You should pray when you're discouraged and pray when you're encouraged. Pray when there's peace and pray when you're troubled. Paul said, pray always. Pray when you have hope and pray when it's hopeless. Pray when you have victory and pray when you find a time of defeat. Pray in crisis and pray in calm. Pray when you're angry and pray when you're exercising long suffering. Pray when you're patient. Pray when you're impatient. When should you pray? You should pray always. Pray when you're bored. Pray when you're excited. Pray when you're grieving. Pray when you're comforted. Pray when you're content. Pray when you're discontented. When you get rejected, pray. When you are accepted, pray. If it's bitter, pray. If it's sweet, pray. If you're satisfied, pray. If you're dissatisfied, pray. If you're in the midst of family problems, pray. If all is well, pray. If you're amused, pray. If you're disturbed, pray. If you're elated, pray. If you're overwhelmed, pray. When you should pray always, Paul said. When you're popular, pray. When you're not popular, pray. If you're guilty, pray. If you're innocent, pray. If you're delighted, pray. If you're deflated, pray. If you're secure or insecure, you ought to pray. If you're depressed, pray. If you're cheerful, pray. If you're broke, busted, and disgusted, that's okay. Go ahead and pray. If you're young or you're old, pray. Pray if you're comfortable. Pray if you're afflicted. Pray if you're full of faith. Pray if you're full of fear. Pray if you're abased. Pray if you're exalted. Paul says always pray. Always pray. Always. There's always a time that we can pray. Keep in communication with the commander-in-chief.